Hello and welcome, BitMonger family. BitMonger here, coming at you live from my beautiful beach house in Thailand, living a good life. And today we're going to be looking at two little dirty, really disgusting, degenerate little shit coins that I think could potentially see some really solid returns. And I think they're getting at seller exhaustion. But hey, nothing's certain in crypto land. I could be completely wrong on this, but I do believe that these two coins do look like they are, they feel oversold to me. And we're going to do the analysis on it, and I'm going to be giving you my ideas on what you might want to be doing. Remember, guys, none of this is financial advice. I'm just a stoner on a sofa, kicking it in Thailand. So, if you listen to me about these things, you're taking a big risk. Consult a licensed financial advisor before you make any investment decisions. Okay, with that said, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the market. So we can see right now, Bitcoin, the whole market is down nearly 0.5%, 0.4%. We're trading at roughly $3.9 trillion complete total cryptocurrency market cap. Bitcoin's holding up at 110K, which is good. That's a good sign. It's a pretty big line in the sand. Whole numbers like 10s, 20s, those types of things are big numbers. Could this thing drop out? It certainly could, guys. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, this is volatile. So could Bitcoin slip back down to the low 100s? Absolutely. I think the mark to look for, if it does go back down there, I'd be looking to nibble at 105, 103, and 101, and anything below 100K, I would be, I would be adding to my position if I didn't have some already. And just so you guys know, I'm not really. I mean, I trade the Bitcoin, but I have my holdings already that I've had for many years, and I'm not planning to sell those. That's my retirement fund, which is going to help me live the good life here in Southeast Asia. So anyways, we can see Bitcoin's at 110K. It's holding up. This weekend didn't bring much of a bid. I think people are sidelined and kind of waiting to see what happens with traditional markets and with the Fed rate cut. And people are hoping that that's going to happen. If that does happen, I think markets will pump. So the coins that I wanted to look at, I'm just going to do two for today. And the coins that we will be looking at are going to be, the first one here is Axelar. And guys, just so you know, this is again, it's very high risk coin. This could end up going to zero, but right now I like the risk reward ratio. We can see it did bottom out. This is the lowest price it's ever hit, is at right 226.88, 0.2688. And it's currently trading at 29.5. I feel like that we are seeing some seller exhaustion here. We can see it just not that long ago. When was that? Just last near the end of July, right? It was trading up here at 43 cents. So the downside is like maybe 10%, and the upside is just to get to this 43 cents, and it's been much higher, guys. It's been over $2, this coin. So I like that risk reward ratio. I would be buying. I would be looking to add to my positions. You know, anything, like I said before, anything below 30 cents, I think is good. I do think this coin will get a bid later on in the cycle if we continue to be bullish. The other coin that I'm looking at is Helium. And just so you guys know, this is a Solana ecosystem play. And it is really dumped down. We can see it is completely cratered, and it's going into this value box here, which I've laid out. And so, anything between where it is right now and to about 208, somewhere in there, I think is a good buy for spot positions. I'm loading up. I'm going to be buying more. Definitely, I'm going to be, watching it closely, and I'll be buying in this range for sure. And if you go back even further, let me check this out. If you go back, way back, I've traded this coin before. I bought it when it was well under $2, and I've taken profits, and I'm going in and out of this coin. But the next area of interest that I would be looking at is right in this section right in here. It could easily come back down to this point. That wouldn't surprise me. And we're looking at the bottom zone of this area at about 195. I would put some orders in down here as well. I like those coins. And just so you guys know, Helium is a deep in play, which is it's a mobile network. And they've got some really big partnerships with T-Mobile. They just did a partnership with a Mexican telecom. Here it is, Movistar MX, and it launched in February of this year, and they're building it out. I think this narrative of DeepIn, which is decentralized infrastructure, could completely catch a bid. I saw a video of a guy talking about this project, and he was talking about the cost effectiveness of it. And it was about, I'm trying to remember what the actual numbers were, but it was huge. The difference, the cost savings that these companies could save by setting up these types of networks was just massive. So I'm very bullish on Helium, more so than I am Axelar, because Axelar is more of a wild card. Yet they do have partnerships with JP Morgan, and they also have they've done test runs and done work together with Singaporean Monetary Authority. So I believe, just those connections, I believe it will get a bid again. And if you look at the recent price action of how it popped up, it got up to like 60 cents, I think it was in June. So I believe that when you see that kind of action that recently, and it's been going up and down, and I also know with Axelar, the angel seed investors that got into this coin, bought it at 90 cents, and it did get up to 220. Do I think they dumped their bags on that amount? Maybe some, but I believe usually these guys are looking for a larger return, so I would imagine they probably still hold quite a bit. So I do think this coin does have potential to absolutely rip to the upside if we get another raging bull market and mass speculation going into it. I'm pretty certain of that. So there you have it, guys. Those are my two shitty little degen plays that are highly speculative, risky as fuck. You can completely get burnt on this, so I wouldn't recommend that you put a lot of money into it. You determine your risk reward on what you're willing to risk on that. If you are using leverage, I strongly suggest, remember rule number 1 of trading is risk management. So, make sure that you have a stop loss in if you are using leverage. With the upside on both of these coins, I think, looking just to gain spot positions is very safe. But up to you, of course. Anyways, there you have it, guys. Hope you're all doing well, and monger on.